Today I'm going to be cooking some steak on my Cobb Grill. Here is the dome and the extension, the wok, the griddle with a type of attachment rack, a frying pan, a griddle, and this is the main body where you actually does the cooking. And this is the charcoal with 8 briquettes. This is the tool that you use to take the griddle out with. And this little device here is for putting inside the cavity of a chicken. And then of course you have your lighter and your fire starter. Okay, here you can see that I have started the fire starters. Now I'm going to reach over here and I'm going to take the charcoal grill and put that right on top of the fire starters. And then about 20 minutes all of that charcoal will be gray, and then we'll begin to cook. Now you can see that the fire is going very nicely and soon we'll be ready. Okay, this is where we're camping. This is our casita. There's an onion out there on that table that my wife just got through cutting. She's also fixing peas on the stove inside the casita. As you can see, the coals are getting very nicely done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the lid and put the dome on top of that so that they will cook a little faster, get ready a little faster, that is. And moving over here, you see what our lunch is going to be. Maybe supper as well. But I've got a ribeye steak and a nice hamburger with onions and tomatoes and stuff that my wife put on the inside of it, and 2 of my jalapeno sausages. We have some corn that was freshly picked off the stalks in one of our favorite grocery stores. And of course now we're down here, we've got some baked potatoes that we're going to put in there. So all of this will be cooked in this one little Cobb Grill. In the meantime, while we're waiting to cook the food, I need to get my wife some hot water, so I'm going to use this outside shower. So we unlock it. I have a trouble figuring out which key is which, or not which key, but how to fit it in there and turn it on. So as you see, here's our shower, and now it has some hot water that we're going to turn on. Pretty neat little gadget here. I'm not sure if she wanted that soap in there or not, but I guess she did. But this is one of the neatest gadgets that you've got, because the gray water tank only holds, well, I don't know, maybe 12 gallons, something, 16 gallons, something like that, which if you take showers and wash dishes and etc., it really does fill up pretty quickly while we're camping. We've been here this is our 4th night tonight and last night, so we're conserving the water by using the outside shower, and we're also using the showers in the campground as well. Okay, now I'm going to check out the coals to see if they're ready. It's been about 20-25 minutes, I guess. So I want to show you that touching this base is it's cool to the touch, unlike the dome, which is about 500 degrees, 350 to 500 degrees inside right now. Very hot. Unfortunately, it's been raining for the last 3 days and nights, which is good for us, but maybe not so for camping, but it's been good. But unfortunately, some of my charcoal got, or all my charcoal may have gotten a little moisture in it, and some of it may have gotten wet. But at any rate, it's still okay. So I don't want to leave the top off very long at all. Let the heat mount up. You may notice that this hamburger has grown in size since you last saw it, and the reason for that is I thought the stuff was already in it, but now it is in there. Onions and cheese and tomatoes, I think it is. We're going to put this right on top of this dish here. And now what we're going to do is simply, well, I'll tell you what, let me do it something to make it more careful. Let's take this back off, put this on, just like that. Put this, there's three little prongs right there, and each one need to be seated in that, in one. Come on, little devil you. Okay, now we're ready to put the dome back on. Well, once again, videos are not my number one thing in life, I can see. I left off the potatoes, which will go right here. Okay, I got so excited about eating that I got ahead of myself, but now we're going to put in the corn on the cob. I'm going to put the corn on the cob. You're going to see how that works. We're still getting used to this. So now, put the frying pan. It's not really the frying pan, but it's the griddle, I guess, grill or whatever. This we got to put back again, just right. There. Now we put the dome on quickly so that we don't lose very much heat. And now that little devil is in there just cooking away. We have our steak, our sausage, our hamburger with all kinds of stuff inside, and our potatoes and our corn. Black-eyed peas are on the stove in the casita. Cooking away. I might mention that this is what's known as a convectional type of a grill, meaning that the air radiates all around, kind of like a toaster oven, so no need to turn everything over, although we will turn the steak over later on, I got a feeling. But anyway, this is probably going to take an hour to cook. But we're going to check on it because that sausage is going to get done faster, and we're probably going to turn that hamburger meat over too. This is the first time I've tried doing all this at one time. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes or so, so now I'm going to check the sausages and the hamburger meat. Looks like my coals are not doing very well. They probably are wet. Meat is cold. This is not good. For some reason, these coals they're cooking, and they're hot, but what the deal is on this. So I add some more briquettes. You'll notice I made a little adjustment. I think the problem is I put that wire rack on there, and it probably didn't need to be on there. So now I've got them just right there on that griddle by itself. Okay, if you look closely, you can see some smoke coming off the top, so that means that it's cooking very well. Now I need to check those sausages. Looking good. I'm going to turn this little baby right here. Nothing else needs to be turned, but I need to check on those potatoes as well. So I'm going to take my little thingy here that you use to take things off. I'm going to set that right there. Now I need to check these potatoes. My wife suggested that I turn them over, so I usually follow that advice from that particular person. So there we go. We've turned them. Now I'm going to set this back on the grill, put the dome back on it, and let the good times roll. Okay, it's smoking very nicely, it's cooking very nicely, and if my calculations are correct, that sausage is probably going to be a little bloated and maybe even cracked because it's probably going to be overcooked. So let's see what's really going on. You can see that cheese is kind of oozed out of that hamburger meat right there. And those hot links look very, very well. I'm not very good with my left hand, and my spatula is not out here anyway, so I'll be right back so I can turn that steak and that hamburger. Okay, as you can see, I've already turned the steak and the hamburger. I'm just going to let the sausages stay in there. If they break, it's okay with me. Okay, it's been an hour and 5 minutes since I put the new briquettes on there and did away with the wire rack. So let's see what it's like now. Man, don't that look good? Now, as you can plainly see, we have done well and still have plenty of coals left. So the next time you see this meal, it will be on the table and ready to eat.